another question by Rutha Kumar Kadabur. I really hope I pronounced that name rightly. So,
Mhm.
how can we change our youngsters' mindset on stress busters, which is limited only to addictions? I think looking at probably stress busters turning into addictions. So, how
Yeah.
can we sort of change our youth mindset on stress busters? Could be, yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
things that are stress busters, right?
Yeah. There's a problem with our understanding of this emotions. We always, there is this popular narrative where we classify emotions to be positive and negative emotions, right? That's so wrong. Actually, the thing is, we have a pleasant emotions and unpleasant emotions, right? But
Okay.
unpleasant emotions are also positive in some sense. Like you having stress when you're having a math exam is a positive thing, right? That's a positive emotion, although it's
Oh,
unpleasant, right?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is something, stress, as we discussed in the last video, stress can be an extremely functional thing. So but stress is unpleasant. So uh, what we call stress busters these days are nothing but we distracting ourselves from unpleasant emotions and things like that. So when we distract ourselves or when we fight with these things, just because it's unpleasant and we don't want to go through it, we will lose a lot of the pressure that this emotion carries with it. As in, if I have a stress about the examinations, and if I am thinking that I'm not prepared, I should do something about the examinations, and I have the stress that is in my head, it's just rising. If I distract myself with drugs or with Netflix or with whatever there is, the problem is this pressure of this emotion that will help me prepare for the exam. That pressure will be lost. So any type of stress busters or distractions are not helpful. We have to walk through the unpleasant things. We have to learn to make room for it. That's why Christianity talks about bearing the cross and following the Lord. We don't talk about busting the cross and following the Lord. That's not Christianity. You have to bear it, right? So the unpleasant things have functional value. So it's always good that we embrace it, bear it, and walk towards what is valuable for us. That's something that would be helpful. So that is a Christian mindset when it comes to all type of bustings of unpleasant emotions. Just don't bust it out. Don't bust the cross. Embrace it, carry it, move forward, and make room for it. I think that can be an answer for it.
Got it, Gio. But again, just probably taking a slight break here to ask my own version of it. So, Gio, I mean, I'm a working professional, and probably sometimes after work, probably to chill or take a break. I mean,
Yeah.
so is it okay if, I don't know, I randomly look through an Instagram feed or probably watch some random videos or probably game a little bit, probably go
Yeah.
outside somewhere. I mean, these are all stress busters in a way.
Yeah.
So is that okay, or should I, like,
Oh,
okay, just Johnny, like, let's just work at it, or let's just focus on the next thing to be productive, or
I
what
understand.
what about that? Yeah,
You
what is
know,
this balance? Yeah, is there a balance between being productive and probably conserving time and probably spending time on these things that actually relieve you of stress? How advisable is that?
I think we don't want to be productivity fascists. People who say like everything that's not productive or everything that does not turn into something measurable should be avoided. That's
Yeah, yeah.
that's not something that creates a rich, meaningful life. Because when we think about it, an after dinner conversation is kind of not very productive in a family. But then that's something that's very important in another sense, right? It's not. Turning something into a scalable growth or productivity, but then that's very important to glue ourselves together, and that's more important than being productive in some sense. So it's totally fine to just relax, chill out, and have some fun. It's important, and it's actually very necessary too, right? To have is that quality of life that you should have this time when you have a chai, or go for some games, and go through the Instagram feed, watch Catholic chai on YouTube or something of that sort. So yeah, that's very important. But when these things turn to be something that is hurting the quality of our life, as in if you're spending so much time on Instagram, or if you're spending, so much time with friends chilling out, that you're not doing things that are valuable for you in your life, that's when it becomes a problem. Otherwise, it's fine. But when it turns to that place, it becomes self-destructive than self-helping or self enhancing things. So that's what we have to look at. We don't have to be productivity fascists, but then we have to look at how is it affecting the quality of my life. So everything should be how is it affecting the meaning of my life? How is it affecting the person whom I want to become? So that should be the questions, I think. And if that is affecting it, then that's a problem. Otherwise, right, take a chill pill, right? just relax. And I think a person should watch movies and stuff to have a great life. When you have to watch movies, right, and you have to read books and stuff and all, you have to watch something, So these are not. We don't have to measure everything in terms of productivity and actual returns, but we have to measure everything in terms of quality of life. So quality of life is a much better scale to measure things.
And also so that the parents of the younger generation do not sue the Catholic Chai, because they're going to take this one snippet of the part that you said we should watch movies.
Yes.
Just putting a disclaimer out there, my dear audience, please measure that standard against the quality of your life as well. So alongside that, definitely, please consider, taking a chill pill and, watching movies and all of that. Yes. So, yeah.
I think youngsters should definitely watch movies, read books and stuff like that, That's very important. That's crucial. You can take this and, take the snippet and even show your parents. That's absolutely fine.
Wow.
If they want to do it. But then Catholic Chai has said it in the disclaimer, every opinion in this talk show is the opinion of the guest, right? So you have the disclaimer out, so it won't come directly to you.
We've got the legal issues out there, so yeah, I think we are safe now.